Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lily. If this is your first time, welcome. I've always made the decision to only post positivity on my channel because that's what it's all about. I call it Lily Space, the place for all things positive, because we have enough negativity in the world. So I would just like to be that light of positivity if possible in any way or means possible. But I'd like to discuss today, since I do also do a lot of travel blogs as well. I also talk a lot about traveling and travel tips, and especially tips for female solo travelers. I would just like to share with you guys an experience I had recently on Frontier Airlines. And I know what you're going to say, why would you fly Frontier in the first place, knowing that they don't have the greatest service in the world as an airline. But I've always flown with them, especially going to Las Vegas, because for the most part, they're the only airlines who had direct flights going to Las Vegas. So I've been flying with them for a few years now. I've never had any problems. I've already accumulated miles, to use on future flights. But I would just like to share with you guys a negative experience that I've had recently on a recent trip to Vegas that I was just invited on. It was a last minute trip. One of my friends' cousins was having a 40th birthday party in Vegas, and they had never been before. It was their first time, and they know that I go there very often, so I just kind of tagged along as the tour guide. All of my expenses were paid for, so who's to say no. So the negative experience I had was coming back on Frontier Airlines. Excuse me. And I don't know if anyone's ever flown Frontier before. You're very much familiar with their bag and seat policy, where they do offer cheap flights, but you have to pay separate for any type of carry-on bag, or if you want a special seat or you want a specific seat, you would have to pay extra for that. So I was always aware of that, but this time I only had like a small backpack. So my backpack fit well underneath the seat. I had no problems going there. It was on the way back where I had a little bit of a negative experience. So this is my boarding pass, and as you can clearly see, it says Zone 1. Zone 1 means that you already have a paid carry-on. So when I was about to board the flight, the lady was telling me that, well, you can't get on this flight unless you pay $99 for a backpack that fit perfectly inside of the measuring bin that they had. So I literally did not have enough money to pay $99 for a backpack. Now, I can understand if I had a large suitcase that I was trying to carry onto the plane, I get that. But this time it was just a small regular sized backpack, and they were literally bullying me into paying $99. And when I use the word bully, I mean in the sense that they weren't being very nice about it. Me personally, I've worked customer service for most of my life, and if you have a customer who has an issue, especially if that customer is very upset, which at the time I was, because I wasn't feeling well. I had actually caught COVID during the trip. So coming back home 3 days later, I was very, very sick, which is why I didn't notice on my boarding pass in the first place where it said Zone 1, meaning that you already have a paid carry-on. They use the excuse that, it's oversized, which it really wasn't. It was a small backpack, like I said, fit perfectly underneath the seat. But I mean, I understand that's how they are, and I learned that the gate crew of Frontier Airlines, they make a $10 commission off of every bag that a passenger pays for. So I get that it's a business, but at the same time, I think that it could have been handled differently. I think they could have been nicer about it, for it is what it is. They could have been much nicer about it. They were literally just being bullies, and they were literally about to let the plane take off without me. So, yeah, that's the reason why I wanted to make this little video, just to reach out to Frontier Airlines. The friend that I was traveling with was the one who advised me, to make this video. He said, you have a platform, so, voice your concerns. And obviously, I've already submitted a complaint to Frontier Airlines. They obviously sent me an email back stating that, this is our policy, but I just felt that it could have been done differently. It honestly felt like, and I hate to use this term, it honestly felt like reverse racism in a way. It was 3 young black girls at the gate being extremely rude, just being bullies, and even though they saw my boarding pass, clearly said that Zone 1 means you don't have to pay for it. I wasn't aware of that. I was just so focused, because I wasn't feeling well, I was just so focused on getting to my gate and boarding the plane on time. So now at this point, I'm literally begging them to let me on the plane because I don't feel well. I need to get home. Literally in tears. And they didn't care. They literally just bullied and said, well, if you don't have $99, you're not getting on this plane. So, I had to call my friend and ask if, he could send extra money for my bag. But yeah, so I guess the purpose of this video is to let other people be aware. If you are planning on traveling for the first time with this airline, just be very, very aware of that policy that they have. Even if it's a purse, be prepared that if you get a Frontier employee working at the gate who is not a very nice person to begin with, just make sure that you have some backup cash or be prepared to fight. It's up to you whether you want to pay it. I know some people who would not pay it and would rather, stand their ground. So I just wanted you to be aware of that situation. I personally, once I use my accumulated miles, I plan on never flying with them ever again. It's just sad because I've been a loyal customer for the past few years. So, yeah, if anyone from Frontier Airlines upper management is listening to this, I really think we need to check into this culture of bullying customers, because that's not right. I mean, no matter what your policies are, your employees should be trained on how to handle customers who are upset, how to rectify situations, and, just sometimes giving people a break. Instead of trying to squeeze onto every little dollar that you have to look at the bigger picture. I honestly think that this airline is going to go bankrupt in like a few more years, and they're just trying to get every penny that they can out of everyone. But yeah, just be aware. It's very unfortunate that I had this situation, but I wanted to make it known. Since I am doing a lot of videos about travel, I wanted to share this experience with you. That way the next person can be aware of it if you've never flown with them before. And also, if anyone from Frontier is, happens to come across this video, I've seen hundreds of videos on TikTok from people who were in the same exact situation as I was. And yeah, so again, I'm sorry that I had to post a negative video. I do promise that I will be coming out with my workout video. I just wanted to kind of sneak this one in there because I know it's the summertime. A lot of you guys will be traveling, and Frontier does have some very enticing prices. $19 one way. It's very enticing, but just be aware that those low ticket prices do come with some hidden surprise fees. All right, so until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video, and until then, take care.